Start a little slow starting, but who really cares about the beginning here? In the lower right hand, we have the purple Protoss of SourKraut. And in the upper, does he not like that he's Zerg? And in the upper left hand, as the red Zerg, um, we have perfect. I don't really know what's going on here. I've been today been called the worst caster and a bronze hero by perfect. So I'm going for SourKraut on this one. I hope SourKraut puts a smackdown. Not a whole lot to say in the beginning. Got the drones droning and the probes probing. This is kind of that awkward silent part. Kind of like the moment before a hooker pees on you. You know, that sort of awkward silence. Think about it. Got some possible scouting. No, it looks like it's going to be some proxying coming from SourKraut. Maybe throwing a pylon over there to get some reinforcements when he decides to attack. He's going with a relatively early Twilight Council. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a big Protoss player. That's pretty popular for people who want to go blink pretty early and just do a crap ton of stalkers. That probe's about to get eaten up pretty fast by those Zerglings. And Perfect's walling off a little bit with some evolution chambers. I don't know if that's against Zealots or what he's doing. I'm actually not that much of a Zerg player myself. I dabble, but apparently I don't do too well. And we do have some Zealots coming from some Zealots with charge coming from Sour. That's going to be pretty tough against these Zerglings if he actually attacks. I mean, by then there's already a Roach worn out, so he could be going up against Roaches, which is not going to be as effective. I would think as a Protoss you'd want to be doing something kind of soon, just because I've always felt like Protoss, they get their economy going sort of slow, and then the Zerg is the very opposite. They can just power all of that economy. Already a lair on perfect side, but not that much of an army right now. Just a few Zerglings. I'm sure he can just kind of squirt a bunch out when he needs them. But only 2 bases. It's not a whole lot of bases for a Zerg, but he's got that economy going. Sour finally starting to saturate that, or no. I mean, I guess he's just kind of getting minerals from that mineral field. Not a whole lot going on here. I'm thinking that Perfect might be the aggressor when it comes to it. At least he's getting upgrade. He's got the speed coming for the Roaches and the ranged attack also for the Roaches. And the roaches now have reconstructed glales, making them faster, and he is going to be the aggressor here, going for the first blood. He's got about 9 roaches against only 4 zealots, and that might be it. Well, 4 zealots and actually 2 immortals, and those immortals can do a lot of damage, but he needs to get those guys moving. Oh, it looks like he's going to be doing a drop, but he's going to need those to defend his base. He may be turning those guys around. I would turn those guys around, but looks like he's going to commit. That's a lot of roaches. Just like I said, he can just squirt them out when he needs them. Looks like he's going to hope that he does more damage at perfect space and that he can hold them off with an immortal and a few zealots. But that zealot's not going to do that much. As nice as they are, they're not that nice. Perfect only allowing a couple to shoot him at the same time. Sour could have moved that a little bit better, but it looks like that he's doing more work over at his base. That may have been why Perfect wasn't doing very good macro or micro. So both of them doing quite a bit of damage. Sour is pulling all of his probes. I don't know if this is a give-up move or if he actually thinks that this is smart, but he's just going to make Perfect attack him. I think it's just kind of a... Oh, I don't know. I mean, it almost worked. He still has quite a bit of workers. And he's still out there. Took out the main base of Perfect. But Perfect still has 2 pretty good bases over here as far as saturation goes, mineral saturation. But he's about to lose that spawning pool, which is only going to really keep him from building queens and zerglings, and he's really focusing on roaches right now. Things I would say are not looking as good for SourKraut. He's got a good 7 less workers and no expansions at this point, even though he's just starting to build one. And he's got a significantly smaller army. And I think Perfect knows that and is going to exploit that by moving those roaches in. And with no immortals building, it looks like that this is going to be what's going to be the fight here. 5 zealots and an immortal versus a small horde of roaches. And he's just going to post up there. Oh, there we go. He's doing a little bit of microing. Going to lose some of those probes to save his immortal, but it's not going to work. That's probably going to be it right there. Perfect has the money, which SourKraut doesn't. No expos, not nearly as much. But Sour's not giving up. He's got some sentries out there, probably getting ready to build some walls. Better cancel that expo. And he does not cancel that expansion. Doesn't do a complete block on that ramp. The roaches can actually get through. He might actually fight off this attack, but it's not going to be enough even if he does. And Perfect doing some good macro here, even though he's got the clear advantage. He's expanding more. He's got an army about 6 times the size of Sour. And Sour's going all in, it looks like, with his Zealots and Immortal, which might be enough to kill one of these roaches. corner with the blue Zerg, we have I Perfect. And in the lower right-hand corner, we have as the purple Zerg as well, SourKraut. So we'll see how much the perfect strategies change with the Zerg v Zerg rather than Protoss. They look like they're doing a pretty similar build here. One thing that I don't do, which these guys seem to do, is build that Overlord really quick. I think I've seen some pros do that, and maybe I should be doing that. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am pretty tired today. Not the most talkative. I will try to be better on the next cast if I am allowed to cast ever again. SourKraut built a couple of Zerglings, didn't even put a waypoint for them, just kind of having them sit there lazily. They seem to be playing the same type of build here. Getting their queens out at the same time, getting the Zerglings out at the same time. It's almost like they studied each other. Looks like the same type of thing from Perfect. Blocking off a little bit with 2 evolution chambers and a roach warren. Probably the one thing that has been different than what SourKraut's doing. SourKraut also doing a little bit of early harassing with those Zerglings. Unfortunately, I was looking at my phone when that happened because I was getting a message on Facebook, which I just should not be on. We're going to go Baneling? No, Nidus Network. SourKraut looks like he's going to do a little reach around. The only place he's really going to be able to do it's going to be on the east side of Perfect's base. And there is the Nidus Network, and here we go. Just like I said, on the east side. Doesn't look like the Perfect's any the wiser. He is attacking a little bit. but it's not going to be like the attack that he's about to receive from SourKraut. But he's going up against a lot of roaches here. It doesn't look like that they're going to... Oh, no, they came out victorious. He still is taking out those drones. This might be very good. Definitely going very well for SourKraut. And he even has reinforcements coming. There's a bunch of roaches that are going to be coming out, though. Yep, looks like SourKraut's backing off. He's going to quit while he's ahead. But is Perfect going to answer? Is he going to answer back? I mean, that's kind of what he's going to have to do at this point. He's definitely going to be behind when it comes to economy right now. But as far as technology, I don't see any roaches on SourKraut's side. Even though he's got enough money to build a few, he doesn't really have the Vespine. So this actually may go pretty poorly for SourKraut. If he can hold this off, though, which is not looking great, he's leaving some of those Zerglings back, which he should be attacking with, unless he's waiting. Oh, he had a bunch stuck in that Nidus network. He should be getting in there so that he doesn't lose his natural. Perfect doing a good job, not only being in this fight, but also expanding for another base, and this might be it for SourKraut. I thought that Perfect would have lost this, but that is it.